Alright, so when you receive your Elvis wig, you're going to receive a pair of sideburns, some tape remover, and your wig. A lot of guys that I've spoken to over the years have been using spirit gum, and I find that the spirit gum, unless it's used 100% properly, and it's good quality spirit gum, which is incredibly hard to find, usually ruins the sideburns and the wig in and along the lace area. As you can see, the interior of the wig is just a light piece of nylon with hair attached to it. So if I take my water bottle or anything liquid and I spray it on this side, you can clearly see it comes out the other side. So the same thing is going to happen with your glue. So once the inside gets wet with glue or it becomes sticky, it transfers over to this side, and then you get all this glue stuck in your sideburn. So I prefer to use the double-sided tape. The tape's easier to work with. It's going to be a little bit different than the spirit gum, but once you get the hang of it, you'll never go back to anything. You'll never use anything else. So there's four sideburns that we make standard. There's the 50s, which is a long, thin sideburn. There's the 68 comeback, which is this one here. And as you can see, I've placed a piece of tape on the inside already. Now I'm going to show you. We're going to peel the backing off of our tape, which is the white part. This tape's extremely sticky, so don't grab it with your hands. Work along the outside of the edge, or if you're going to work with it touching your finger, all you need is for it to touch. It's not going anywhere. Any extra pressure will have it stick too strong and you won't be able to get it off your finger. So once you've peeled the backing off, you're going to grab your sideburn and again line up the tape with the sideburn itself, and you can continue along and do a piece on the bottom here. You're going to press the tape into place. You're going to lift off the backing, and really it's that easy. Once you're done, lift up a little bit of your sideburn hair here. Find the right placement for the sideburn where you like it, and there it is. This will stay on for up to a week, so it'll definitely last your performance no matter how much you sweat. So these are the three of the sideburns that we make. There's the huge Alohas, the That's the Way It Is, and the 68 comeback. So on this side of my face, I'm going to put the That's the Way It Is sideburn. Now sideburn sizing and sideburn design and sideburn name really doesn't mean a whole lot. Again, we're doing these sideburns based on the average person's face. So if you have smaller features, That's the Way It Is sideburn may be a perfect Aloha sideburn for you. Or again, send us in a custom template. For some faces, again, depending on their features, the Aloha sideburn is perfect. For other features, it's just too big. So again, we're going to lift up our hair at the back. We're going to find a nice sweet spot for our sideburn, and we're going to put it on. So now our sideburns are in place. So the best way to put the wig on is to flip the lace going outwards a little bit here. Find your hairline, and then just roll it on. We have a clip in the back, along with two elastics here on the side to tighten the tension if need be. The clip in the back pops open, and then just grabs your own hair underneath, and click it closed. Now the sides and back, you just play around with a little bit until we find the perfect placement. If any of your hair is sticking out like mine is now, you can either put a wig cap on or just push the hair out of the way. This wig is brand new. We just cut it in for the DVD. I'm just going to put a little bit of water on it. I'm just going to give it a slight brushing. Again, take my own hair that's sticking out of the way to clean up the look in the hairline a bit. Alright, so now that we've put our wig on, you can see everything's starting to come together really well. And so now we just got to style it up a bit. This wig is brand new and still a little bit fluffy, and doesn't really have a lot of direction yet. So a couple of products I like to use are pomades. This is one of them. It's basically like a brill cream or a gel, and it does have some great hold and keeps the hair nice and shiny. If you want more of a duller finish, the proper product to use is a paste, and the paste has a high hold with no shine. So we're just going to take a little bit of our gel, and I'm just going to comb it in through the hair the way I want it. And as soon as I start putting it through, you see the hair gets held back properly. If I want a little piece dangling here, I can. And typically with the wig, we like to leave the bangs as long as possible so that we give the customer the choice, once he gets the wig, to trim the sideburns, or the bangs a little bit more if he so chooses, or he can go ahead and leave them long. Now with the rest of the pomade, just going to feather the hair down a bit, make sure it's not going to interrupt or ruffle the collar. Once I have the wig exactly where I want it, I'm going to take my tape. And again, depending on the duration of your show, you can either use it full strength, or you can use it half strength by cutting it in half. And using my clip, and they sell these anywhere, in a lot of drugstores, just a hair clip. I'm going to just keep the sideburn up so I can see the area where I'm going to be taping nice and clearly. And I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to stick it right on the lace area, right where the sideburn connects to the bottom sideburn. I'm going to press it in place and then peel off the backing. So now I'm going to take the clip out. I'm going to bring the wig down. And again, any hair of my own that's sticking out, I'm going to push it in and press it into place. Now we're going to take the other side of the tape. We're going to again peel off the backing. We're going to lift up this side of the wig. We're going to stick a pin in it. And we're going to tape where the end of the lace is. We're going to peel the backing off. We're going to let go of our clip. And now we're going to pull a little bit of tension so that you have a nice snug fit all the way around the perimeter of the forehead. A lot of people ask me about this lace in the front. So the lace in the front typically comes down to about the eyebrows. I like to trim it in an arch from the temple to the temple. What happens when you trim it this way is it keeps a really nice tension in the wig so that you don't have to put any adhesive in the front. That's one key thing that I want you guys to notice is that there's no glue in the hairline. The hairline's the most important part of making the wig look natural, along with the temple line. We spent a lot of years perfecting this technique. So by you putting glue in it or tape in it, it's just going to reduce the life of the wig, because again, you can imagine you're peeling tape off, hair is going to come through the lace. So that's why we're reminding you to just put it here and here. And again, the lace in the front helps keep the tension. Another thing that the lace in the front does, let me just unclip my hair, is it gives you somewhere to hold it from when you're washing it, when you're styling it, when you're pinning it to your block. You can pin it to the lace rather than pinning inside of the hair. And again, washing and tension. Some guys, Doug Church and some other guys, they like to trim it right to the hairline, and that's great, but they do replace their wig more often per year than the guys who don't. So I like to keep it on. And once you have your makeup on and you're more than a foot away from somebody, it's almost impossible to see.